Before we begin this video, I have an announcement to make, and also I want to let you guys know that I shall be starting to upload on my gaming channel in October. And the only reason that is because I will get an iPad, and it's not that I will get the iPad just for gaming, it's actually for my studies, but I shall get it because I shall start uploading then, because on iPad I shall be able to edit much better than on my phone. And on my phone it takes quite a bit, especially gaming videos. I have tried back in the days and they weren't really the best edited videos, but it is what it is. I shall link my channel below, and also I'm pretty sure we're like on 50 subscribers. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 without uploading anything, and then maybe I shall do something special, but still I shall be uploading there. And let's see if we can get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. And if I do get monetized, all the money shall go into improving the gaming channel, and also I shall be doing a lot of giveaways there with that money. But I hope you'll enjoy it. And also the announcement was that from now on I shall be making series only 3 parts, and the reason that is because I will cover more, and I shall make them I shall cover more in one part. And they might be longer or they might be the same. Either I cover more within an hour, or I make it longer and cover more within however many hours I have to talk for. Anywho, hope you'll enjoy it. Please take care, stay safe. This was after I recorded the video, and subscribe to my gaming channel, and roll the intro. Welcome back, guys. This is THEKINGofWEEBS here, and this is What If Naruto Escaped the Village Part 4. Last time we left off with Sasuke actually escaping Naruto, and yeah, of course, Naruto goes back to the village, and Kakashi actually trains Naruto with Yamato to learn something. Naruto says that he actually used accidentally during his 2 years training to Kakashi, and he says that was wood release. And Naruto knew that the first Hokage had wood release, but he never really understood if anyone else had it, and it is what it is. So Naruto says that asks Kakashi if there is anyone in the Leaf Village, that could use wood release. And Kakashi brought up Yamato, and Yamato says, so you must be Naruto Uzumaki, the one who claims to know wood release. And basically Naruto's like, yeah, I accidentally used it during my training. I haven't told Jiraiya sensei, but could you show me like how you do? And basically Yamato was like, yeah, sure, of course, no problem, Naruto. If senpai tells me that you're a great student of his, I shall train you. And basically Naruto has only been a Kakashi student for a few weeks, like 2-3 weeks, but his ways. And Naruto actually sees how to use wood release, and basically once he tries, he actually creates a little plant, just a little one. And it was not a little plant, you know, yeah, a little plant, a little tree, that's what I meant, a little tree, sorry, a little tree. And Kakashi and Yamato were gobsmacked. They were like, wait, hold up, what the wait, what? And basically Naruto's like, I knew I could use it. I knew it. I wasn't lying. And basically, Kakashi and Yamato weren't like affected by Naruto screaming out, I wasn't lying. I knew it. And basically, they were like, what the wait, hold up. Naruto's not a Senju. Naruto's not. No, what? Please explain this, someone. And basically, they were confused. It's like me when I go to school and I come back after school. And yeah, I'm at home without, what did I learn? What was that? Homeostasis? Yeah, whatever. Anywho, Naruto keeps training for the next few days and until he can actually use a few jutsus, for example the wood clone, which is a lot stronger than the normal shadow clone, but he enjoys using the shadow clone more since it's less he uses less chakra. And also he learned the wood binding jutsu, which actually absorbs chakra at the same time as binding someone, the wood dome, and also the wood chakra sealing. So basically what he does is he seals someone's chakra. It's basically what Yamato used to seal the Naruto's chakra, but it's like a nerfed version where he can only seal a little bit of chakra only for a little while, because it's easy to break out of if you emit out a lot of chakra, more than what Naruto used for his chakra nerfing. His chakra chakra sealing jutsu, that's what I meant. Anywho, then of course Team 10 still on the mission. They still encounter, you know, Kakuzu and Hidan, and unfortunately my boy Asuma unfortunately dies. And yeah, of course Team 10 returns and they're all like was so weak, and basically Shikamaru starts smoking, and basically Naruto still gives him that speech that even if you lost your master, you shouldn't give up, you should go back. And well, he doesn't really condone a vengeance, but he tells them that he should at least try to find them and basically avenge his master, because he doesn't care, he doesn't want to kill or anything. What he means is that he should respect Asuma's you know, will. And if Asuma says to protect the next generation, like Shikamaru told Naruto, Naruto says if you want to really protect the next generation and well, you know, continue Asuma's legacy, you shouldn't smoke, you shouldn't harm your body, you should continue living your life healthy, and you should get stronger. So come on, Shikamaru, stop this. And basically, of course, in the end, they go, and this time Naruto actually goes with them. And of course, Kakashi goes, and Yamato, who doesn't know what could happen if Naruto uses too much chakra with the wood release, and he doesn't know if Naruto would go tail beast mode. He still goes with them, and Sakura and Tsuki actually go. And just saying, Naruto and Tsuki's little relationship has been growing quite a bit. Naruto has been sneaking into her home, just saying hello, and basically Tsuki sneaking out with Naruto on dates. And anywho, and I'm only doing this because a lot of you enjoy the ships, and just saying Naruto and Tsuki are really getting close, and Tsuki actually wants to learn from Naruto. Remember, Naruto has been taught by Haku, Zabuza, Jiraiya, now even Yamato, and Naruto wants to learn from Kakashi as well. But of course, Kakashi doesn't have many techniques that Naruto could learn, especially because Kakashi's signature technique is basically the Chidori or the Lightning Blade, which Naruto, from what he understood, is that only Uchihas, people who have the Sharingan, could use it. But Naruto will eventually learn basically something similar to it. I'm sure you guys understand where I'm going with this, as long as you watch Boruto. Anywho, now Team 10 and not Team 7 actually arrive, and just saying, Team 10's new captain becomes Yamato. Yes, Yamato becomes Team 10's new captain, and Yamato is out of the army from now on. So he actually, Team 10 has a new sensei, but it is what it is. And Naruto was ready to fight, and basically Shikamaru still took Hidan on his own, and basically Kakashi actually told Yamato, and he told Yamato and Sakura and Tsuki to go, and basically he'll take care of Kakuzu with Naruto, Choji, and Ino. Ino at first actually tried to use her mind transfer jutsu, but Kakuzu, actually being the fast beast he is, he actually knocks her out straight away and was about to kill her until Choji actually comes in with his body expansion jutsu and tries to slap you know, Kakuzu away. And just saying, since Sai is never really mentioned here, I'm so sorry. The, you know, Sai's, I don't even know what the ship's called, but Ino and Sai will not be shipped. And it's Choji. Choji actually has a crush on Ino, but it is what it is. And Choji actually goes and attacks Kakuzu to then actually get a fireball jutsu to the face, to the face basically. But of course he hits his whole body, and basically Choji actually falls to his knees, half incinerated. And Naruto kind of gets pissed, and basically what he does is that he uses his weak wood release, which is actually weak, way like leagues weaker than Sasuke's. Sasuke awakened wood release like a year and a half ago. Anywho, Naruto actually use, and just saying, Naruto awakened it naturally. I know it's given down from Ashura, but still naturally. While Sasuke needed Hashirama cells, but his ways, Naruto using his wood banging jutsu, which was absorbing Kakuzu's chakra. Kakuzu, not only did he realize that this kid is something different, and just saying, Shikamaru's before we continue, Shikamaru's actually gone far ahead of the Tsuki, Yamato, and Sakura. They are leagues behind Shikamaru right now. Not leagues, like miles away. While Shikamaru was actually already starting the fight. And just saying, the only reason that happened is because Kakashi was attacking them while Shikamaru ran away. Anywho, Kakashi actually took this opportunity to go and kill Kakuzu, but Kakuzu, realizing that Naruto is using wood release, actually gets pissed off because it reminds him of the first Hokage. And just saying, remember, I'm pretty sure the grass sent Kakuzu to assassinate the first Hokage, but my guy, he's such a beast that he survived. And bruh, my guy, he's been alive for over 100 years, I'm pretty sure. Anywho, he was able to destroy the wood binding jutsu and actually catch Kakashi with his arm, and he was strangling Kakashi. Remember, he can extend his arms, and Kakashi had the lightning blade in his hand, well, ready to kill him, but of course it didn't work. But Naruto says no, and basically he actually uses body flicker to actually go and kick Kakuzu in the face and send him flying, which actually worked. And basically Kakuzu actually held the grip on Kakashi, and his hand was, it kept on expanding, his arm kept on expanding while Kakuzu was getting got kicked backwards. And so he actually is still strangling Kakashi, but then Naruto actually started he actually got out his little sword that he keeps in the scroll. And remember, I did mention this in the last part, Naruto has been taught by one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist, who is one of the first of a ninja swordsman of the a leaf. Anywho, he cuts off Kakazu's arm, and basically Kakashi is out of the grip, and basically Naruto's like, Kakashi sensei, you should use your Mangekyo Sharingan. And just saying, Naruto has been curious about this, and Kakashi did explain everything to him, and he explained that his friend and everything, yeah, because Naruto never really knew it, and basically explained pretty much the whole of the third Great Ninja War, and Naruto understood even further, and he understood that he actually had a deep understanding towards Kakashi, and he can kind of relate. He doesn't have parents, just like Kakashi. His best friend, well, not really best friend, Naruto never really have the best friend, but his best friend who Kakashi loved, and his best friend died, and basically Naruto, who considers Sasuke as like a brother, so basically best friend, but of course not really best friend. How can I explain this? Like a brother, best friend. I mean, if you lost both, you'd be crying. Like if I had a brother, and I'm not trying to bring some bad juju on anyone, but if he like passed away, I'd be crying my eyes out. But if Ratreet died, or Harith died, or Carol died, bro, my guy, fam, I'd be crying in it. But it is what it is. Now, sorry, why did I ramble on there? Anywho, Naruto understood Kakashi in a much better way, much better way, especially because he's a sage. He has universal understanding, and he has Ashura's patience with people, and also wisdom. He has the wisdom of the Sage of Six Paths, and this is not something that Ashura could give to Naruto. Ashura had wisdom, a lot of wisdom, but Naruto improved that wisdom, especially after his sage training, and of course understanding the world, understanding everything, and also understanding the cycle of hatred. Naruto's wisdom just got boosted even higher, and yeah, Naruto said, Kakashi sensei, use your Kami, just back me up and protect the other two while I take him on. And basically Kakashi said, I know I cannot allow it, Naruto. If you get captured, it's all over. You understand? You're the strongest Jinchuriki out of all of them, and I'm not saying any of them are weak, but you cannot get captured. And Naruto looks back and smiles at him and says, I'll never die. I'll never die until I fulfill the dream of my master and my own dream. And Naruto's dream is basically his own, his master's dream, you know, Jiraiya. And yeah, remember, Jiraiya's like his father, to be honest. His father's dream, that's what he says. And Kakashi sees, and remember, Minato had Jiraiya's Will of Fire, and Jiraiya's Will of Fire and Ninja Way, same as Naruto. And Naruto says, I never go on my word. I never go back on my word. That's my ninja way. And basically then says believe it and blitzes Kakuzu, which Kakuzu wasn't expecting. But and he got kicked. But Kakuzu, what he did is that he actually got out his 5 hearts, and they all did the combination jutsu, and they called it the 5 combo annihilation. Allow it, and basically Naruto got blown away. Well, yeah, blown away, not like literally blown, like blown like by a strong jutsu. And Naruto sustained a lot of damage. He got blown away even further than Kakashi, and basically Kakashi blitzed Kakashi and kicked him in the chest, and Kakashi went flying. And Kakashi didn't have enough time to actually Kami Kakuzu. He was actually going for the main heart, the main Kakuzu. He was trying to calm his head, but Kakuzu literally body flickered. Not body flickered. Can Kakuzu use body flicker? I'll say he can. And kicked him in the chest, while then he took his arm back and stitched it back because he can. I'm pretty sure we saw that. Anywho, is what it is, and I hope you're all enjoying the lower voice tone and everything, and the much more good paced tone, voice tone, because not voice tone, good pace, because usually I just say blah 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 blah, and that, you know what I mean. Anywho, I just blabber on. I did it again. Anywho, Naruto stood up, heavily injured, and you see what I did? Heavily injured. I'm using big words. Anywho, of course, Naruto then says, "No, Kakashi Sensei," and basically Kakashi got kicked in the chest real hard, which actually broke a few bones of his, and Kakashi got kicked so far that he went as far as Naruto. Naruto got blown by 5 chakra natures, while Kakashi just got kicked. And that I'm not saying Kakashi is weak. Kakashi just wasn't on guard. Like literally, he was just trying to attack. He was trying to finish the fight straight away, and he wasn't really. He didn't have a grip on his feet with chakra, because he was trying to put most of his chakra into the eye, into his Sharingan to Kami Kakuzu and kill him straight away. But of course, he got kicked so far, and Naruto's like, "Kakashi Sensei, here, take this." And basically, Kakashi looks at Naruto, and basically, Naruto basically grabs his face, and Kakashi's like, "What are you doing, Naruto?" And basically Naruto heals him, and basically the only reason Naruto did it from the head, because he doesn't want to touch someone's chest. Like, yo, my guy, like, Naruto isn't moving like that, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, if you guys are moving like that, I respect your decision, but like, Naruto ain't moving like that, you know what I mean? My guy got a girlfriend. Anywho, Naruto then says, "That should be enough," and basically Kakashi's like, "You healed me, but how?" And Naruto said, "That's not important right now. We need to beat him." And basically Naruto now, actually, he was healing his wounds, his injuries, and the only reason he could do that is because of his wood release, and not wood release, his wood abilities, and of course because Naruto's like basically Hashirama was a reincarnation of Ashura, like I said before, and Hashirama had healing abilities even better than the 100 seals jutsu or the 100 healing jutsu, and Naruto was actually had a nerfed version. He was basically a nerfed Hashirama, just a bit stronger. No, that doesn't make sense. Basically, Naruto and Hashirama put together, but the Naruto is 75% and Hashirama... No, Naruto is 90%, Hashirama 10%. Anyway, Naruto was healing, and then basically looked at Kakuzu with the death stare and says, "Maybe I do have to fight seriously." And Kakashi's like, "Huh?" And he was confused because he thought he saw Naruto fight seriously against Garo when Garo was captured, and that wasn't really Naruto being serious. Naruto, even though he was a bit enraged, I say a bit, he was quite enraged. He knew what he was doing. He was calm-headed, and he knew that he doesn't need to use so much energy or so many jutsus to beat these two, or to beat Deidara, to be exact. Anywho, Naruto now realizing that he has no other choice, he actually takes off the weights he was using. Yes, Naruto actually has weights, and they're not as heavy. They're not heavy as Lee's or Guy's. They're actually way heavier. I mean, like tons. I mean, not really tons, but still a lot more heavier than Lee's. And so Naruto's speed increases, and Kakashi can see Naruto actually smiling, and he's like, "Naruto, like, you really are holding that much back?" And Naruto's like, "Just wait and see, Kakashi Sensei. You just protect these two while I finish him, understood?" And Kakashi's like, I'll back you up from back then, back there then. And basically Naruto's like, exactly what I want you to do. And basically Kakashi actually jumps back, and Kakuzu is not going to just allow this to happen. And what he does is that he actually puts his hand onto the ground, and actually wants to impale Naruto with his, his do we call them wires, or should we call them needles? I wouldn't call them needles, but I see Kakuzu uses his Earth Grudge, and that is a technique from the games, and that's pretty much all I know about Kakashi, to be honest. Like, it's basically him putting his hand on the ground, and basically, the things that make up his body, the black things. I'll see threads. Nah, it's still not a good name to describe them. It's not a good word to describe them as, but they're really sharp, that's for sure. And they look like threads, but they look like tentacles, some of them. Anywho, he is what he is, and he does that to impale Naruto, but Naruto actually using his godlike power. I'm joking. He he saw this coming, and Kakashi actually jumped back right in time, but Naruto, instead of actually jumping back, what he did is that he countered it. Naruto countered the same the Earth Grudge with his ice release. Naruto used his ice avalanche, and it's the same technique that Todoroki used in his the sports festival. I'll put a picture right now. Anywho, Naruto then smiled, and Kakashi could see Naruto smile, and said, "This is Naruto's true strength." And basically, Kakashi was pretty impressed, but at the same time gobsmacked, because Naruto is like, bro, he is strong. He's strong. Anywho, what was that? Anywho, now Naruto actually used body flicker, and Kakuzu, since he has 5 hearts, one of the hearts actually noticed him, and it was actually the water one, and so he used a water style jutsu, and I'll say the water pump jutsu. So basically it's just like a hose, and it spews out water. Anywho, Naruto then says, "Do you really think that's going to affect me?" And Naruto actually puts his hand out in front of the the water, and freezes the water, and the ice actually freezes the water until it reaches the mask, the heart, and basically freezes the heart. And basically after this, Naruto says, "Well, that was easy." And then another heart, and basically he actually breaks the ice by actually squeezing his hand, and squeezing the ice, and all of the ice actually starts breaking, and the heart is broken. How my heart got broken when I lost subscribers, when I got hate. Anywho, after this, Naruto looked behind him, and there was actually the fire heart, which actually fired off a fireball jutsu. And Naruto, being Naruto, what he did is that he actually used a Rasengan, a vanishing Rasengan, and he actually threw it at the fireball jutsu. And Kakuzu actually saw this, and he's like, what is that technique? And basically then he disappeared, and he started laughing. Ha, weak. And basically body flickers in front of Naruto until basically the fireball was going to hit both Naruto and Kakuzu, but Kakuzu was about to stab Naruto, and then body flicker away so the fireball would hit him and finish him. But when he was actually getting close, Naruto actually looked his way, and Kakuzu was confused, and Naruto punched him in the face and sent him flying. But at the same time, while he was actually looking at Kakuzu, behind him, the fireball jutsu was actually had a hole inside it, and yeah, so it was a bit similar to when Luffy saved Ace, and so sad, bro. Rip Ace. Anywho, hashtag rip Ace in the comments below. Anywho, so basically in the smoke, there was a hole, and the hole was literally a tunnel of fire. It was like a little tunnel, but of course it was literally a hole in the fireball jutsu, and then the heart was actually annihilated, and Kakuzu saw this, and there was a big explosion behind Naruto, and Naruto looked cool as fuck. Anywho, of course the other 3 hearts remaining, wind, water, and earth, actually joined wind, not wind, water, and earth. Sorry, wind, lightning, and earth. Sorry, my bad. Since Kakuzu Kakuzu is actually I'm pretty sure Earth style, because I've been searching up and I couldn't. I read the whole of the fandom, and I did skip a bit. I think I skipped literally the part I needed, but I'm sorry. And I'd have made the research over this, but I saw a picture, and his hearts had water or fire, wind, and lightning. So I believe he's the Earth style heart. Anywho, he's the Earth style heart. So the wind and the lightning actually join him. And what Kakuzu does is that he uses the Earth Grudge again, and now I understand why it's called Earth Grudge, since his Earth release. Anywho, he used the Earth Grudge, but at the same time, both the hearts actually create a combination jutsu, and it's like a wind gale pump, but it's actually a wind bullet with lightning release with it. So basically, lightning's around the wind bullet, and Naruto sees this coming towards him, and what he does is that. So you're trying to use wind release against the wind user, and basically Kakuzu is sharp already, and Naruto had enough and wants to end the fight right now. So he actually created a Sun Shuriken and adds lava release to it. And Kakashi was flabbergasted. Anywho, he was flabbergasted. He was gobsmacked. He's like, wait, what? Naruto has what? And basically Naruto threw it and annihilated most of the Earth Grudge, and the wind bullet was with lightning release. So the lightning wind bullet, which is actually faster than normal wind bullet, it has lightning speed, or got annihilated. He literally got destroyed by the lava star Rasen Shuriken, and the lava star Rasen Shuriken was actually literally about to annihilate Kakuzu, and Kakuzu realized it was the end, and so he got hit by it and gave up. He knew that this fight was lost. He lost the fight, and yeah, there was a massive crater in the end. The same thing, the same explosion, just that it was orange this time, and there was lava in the crater, which Naruto then realized that he needed to pour out. So what he did is that he actually created a massive water a water wave. So he used the water style great water shockwave. Naruto actually called it that because it's much bigger than a normal water shockwave, but it's just because Naruto uses way too much chakra in it, and he literally is like using literally a little fraction of his chakra, but it is what it is. And the lava became into molten lava, and basically Naruto just covered it up with a more earth style jutsu, an earth release jutsu. So basically he created more, he basically made the earth go over the that bit of the crater. And by this time Yamato, Tsuki and Sakura actually arrived to see Shikamaru ending the fight with Hidan, and this was at the same time as Naruto annihilating Kakuzu. And Shikamaru used the lighter, he asked him his lighter to finish Hidan off, and Hidan was laughing, and of course they saw this, and Shikamaru was like, shall we head back now? And they're like, yeah, we should. And basically, of course, they all meet up in the same place, and Naruto says, well, I guess we won. And basically, since Kakuzu's body was actually gone, it was in the lava and he got annihilated, so they couldn't take it back, obviously, and it was inside molten lava afterwards, so it is what it is. And yeah, Naruto and Team 7 and Team 10 go back together, and yeah, but of course, while all of this was happening, Jiraiya Sensei was actually seeking out the Akatsuki leader, because Jiraiya was actually getting worried about the Akatsuki, because he heard about Orochimaru's death, and they're just saying Orochimaru got killed by Sasuke, because Sasuke realized Orochimaru is way weaker than him. Like, there are leagues, not even leagues, there are planets between them now, and Orochimaru was literally feeding the pig until it was full and then annihilating it. And that's like how I would describe it, but literally buffing, literally giving bare power to Sasuke until he was literally a god, and then taking his body. He thought he would be able to take his body after Sasuke was able to kill Itachi, and the only reason, another reason why he did this, because he was still worried that Itachi would be stronger. That's why he gave him wood release and everything. And of course Sasuke killed him and formed Team Taka, and in the end the word was spread, and Naruto actually came to Naruto's ear, and he's like, Sasuke killed Orochimaru, and basically Naruto was kind of surprised, but at the same time not really, because he believes that he could annihilate Orochimaru easily. And while this was all happening, Naruto kept training and training and training until he was actually close to mastering wood release. And just saying, it's been 2 weeks, and Jiraiya actually came back and told Tsunade about, well, during these 2 weeks, Itachi and Sasuke had their little fight, and it was really different. And of course, I will be describing, so I won't just skip it. Oh, Sasuke won in the end, but it's really different. And so, Sasuke and Team Taka still head to where Itachi told them to head, and basically, of course, Kisame stops Team Taka and only allows Sasuke through, and Sasuke says, don't come with me, this is my problem and I shall take care of it myself. And of course, Karin's like, no, Sasuke, and basically Kisame is like, do you want to die or do you want to survive? And basically Karin's like, god damn it. And basically, of course, Sasuke went, and yeah, the fight began, but Sasuke had nothing to hold back, so he already began with wood release, which Itachi was not expecting, and Itachi actually got impaled. No, I was about to say Kakashi. Sasuke actually created a technique called the wood impaling jutsu. And you guys might be thinking, hey yo, this man really addicted to impaling, what's he done in his life? And please, it's just that it sounds cool. And plus, the only reason I'm doing this is because it reminds me of a technique that Groudon used against Kyogre. Yes, I'm not sure what it was called, but Groudon literally stepped on the ground, creating an earthquake, and there were massive spears of ground literally coming out from the ground, and they're having lava on top of it. And as soon as he hit Kyogre, they exploded. Yeah, it's so cool, and I've always wanted to do it myself, so I implemented my what ifs. And just saying, this was back in 2016, 2017. I was still one of those Pokemon fans. I still am a Pokemon fan. In fact, I haven't watched last week's episode, but I'm just waiting for tomorrow so I can watch both of them. And I still haven't watched the Zaki-chan and Fire Force. I have to watch them tonight. Anywho, let's not blabber on. Anyways, Naruto kept training while the fight was going on, and basically Sasuke was actually able to absorb some of Itachi's chakra, and Itachi realized that if Sasuke has wood release, he's a bit like the first Hokage, and the first Hokage was known to be able to beat Madara Uchiha, who had the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and the Ninetales under control, and using both of them together, and the perfect Susanoo. So he knew that if Sasuke had a similar power, he would have to go all out. So of course he uses his Mangekyo Sharingan, and Sasuke says, so you can use those eyes too. Well, guess what? You're not the only one, and activates his Mangekyo Sharingan, and Itachi knew he was screwed, and he's like, this is all for a good cause. Sasuke will go back to the village after I die. And basically, of course, he doesn't give up, and Sasuke was actually pushed to an edge, and they both started using the Susanoo. And Sasuke actually began using the Susanoo before Itachi, and Itachi told Sasuke that this is bad, you shouldn't use it without the perfect Mangekyo Sharingan, you'll go blind. And Sasuke is like, I'd rather go blind than let you survive. And basically, of course, then he actually uses a Susanoo arrow, which then Itachi says, alright, then if you want to fight like that, I'll fight like that too. And of course, he gets out the his Susanoo, his armored Susanoo, and Sasuke is actually able to use the armored Susanoo too. That's how he's able to use the bow and arrow, and I mean the crossbow, and Amaterasu arrow. And so the Yata mirror actually comes out and blocks the arrow. And remember, Sasuke is using chakra to use the Amaterasu, so technically, since the Yata mirror can block anything that's made out of chakra, except for taijutsu techniques, or literally other Susanoo's literally using their swords against her, since it's a physical ability, it's a physical attack, not a chakra attack. Yeah, so technically anything can be blocked by the Yata mirror, as it says in the data books. Anywho, don't at me, I have a PhD in Naruto. Allow it. I don't have a PhD in Naruto, I'm a noob. Anywho, of course, Sasuke was actually able to win the fight of will, because he was actually able to use the Kirin on Itachi when he actually let down his guard, and basically out of nowhere, Sasuke, or basically after seeing that Itachi still was alive, being able to use the Yatamura last second, he got kind of pissed and he needed more power because the Yatamura was so overpowered. And this is when Orochimaru actually took control. Orochimaru was actually able to get out his Hydra snake thing, yeah. But of course, Itachi used his last bit of chakra to actually seal him away. And if Itachi was actually fighting at full power, Sasuke would have actually lost, because Sasuke only used the wood release at the beginning and thought that he could beat Itachi easily after just showing off a bit and then using his Susanoo, because he thought he was much stronger than Itachi by now. But it was a lie. Itachi would have took advantage of Sasuke's naiveness, Sasuke's naivety and Sasuke's cockiness, and killed him straight away if it was a true fight. And yeah, it was not. Itachi wanted to get killed by his younger brother, thinking that when he comes back, all the villagers will think of him as a hero because he got rid of the traitor that killed his own clan and threatened to destroy the village, basically being in the Akatsuki and everything. But it's a lie. Itachi is an anti-hero, and he is a Hokage, basically, that works in the shadows. He is one man that anyone who watched Naruto respects. And if you don't respect Itachi, I don't know what you're doing. Like, just don't be a Naruto fan, please. I mean, freedom of speech. Some people can hate him, some people can love him, but come on, there's no way someone hates Itachi. Like, he's one of the best characters. He could be considered as the best character in Naruto. Man went through so much pain. Anywho, of course, I don't want to blabber on too much. Anywho, while this was happening, word went around, and this was like a week before Jiraiya actually arrived at the Leaf Village, and of course, Naruto was training, and once he arrived, he still talked to Tsunade and just saying Itachi was, Sasuke actually fainted as well and taken in by Obito, and Obito told him everything and told him that if he wants true power, he should take the Mangekyo Sharingan that Itachi had given him, had left. And basically, Itachi still planted the Amaterasu in Sasuke's eyes, and of course, it didn't work because Obito is an OP motherfucker. Anywho, now Sasuke actually decides to take the eye transplant, and basically in the same scene that happened in the original, where Sasuke awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan, he opened his eyes after crying and saying, now Team Taka will become Team Heavy. Or maybe the other way around. Let me quickly check real quick. I was a bit confused by this. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry, my bad. I'm dumb. It's Team Heavy to Team Taka. Yes, Heavy became Taka, and Sasuke opened his eyes to reveal the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and said that they shall be joining the Akatsuki and destroying the Leaf Village and Danzo after capturing the Tail Beast. And basically, of course, Jiraiya then talked to Tsunade and said that he shall be going to the Rain Village. And of course, just saying, this a week before, when Sasuke actually got taken in by Obito, and all that happened, the transplant and everything happened within a week. And Tsunade still said no to Jiraiya, but Jiraiya said no, it's too late. And Naruto, after a week, Jiraiya actually arrived at the Rain, and of course got caught by Conan and Pain. And Naruto actually at that instantly got a bad omen. Literally, the picture with him and Jiraiya actually fell down, and Naruto picked up and said, oh god damn, I have to buy a new frame. And then basically there was a crack, basically a cliche anime scene, you know, there was a crack literally through Jiraiya's face, and Naruto's like, oh, what is this? Why am I feeling like this? I need to talk to Bachan. And basically goes to Tsunade and says, hey, did you see Jiraiya sensei or father in the past few days, past weeks? And basically Tsunade is like, why are you asking Naruto? And Naruto says, I just have a bad feeling. And basically Tsunade says, yes, I have, and I guess I could tell you now, but Jiraiya might be pissed if he comes back. And basically Tsunade told him everything, and Naruto's like, god damn it, why did you allow him? And basically Tsunade is like, I had no power over it, he wouldn't listen to me. And basically Naruto's like, that's just like my father, I guess. And basically he smiles, and Tsunade's like, why are you smiling? And Naruto's like, I'm sorry, but I think I will take a few weeks off of being a ninja. I want to break, since I'm going to the Rain right now. I shall be there within a day. Not even a day, a few hours. And just saying, the bad omen actually happened right before Jiraiya arrived at the rain. He was like 6 hours away, and Naruto would reach the rain within 6 hours because Naruto will use the godlike speed that he actually achieved, and basically this will be the first time Naruto would use Sage Mode and his six plus Sage Mode together, and basically he will have no pigment, but his eyes will turn orange. Basically the same thing that in the Warrock. Anywho, now Naruto actually went into the state and said, "Well, Bachan, if my team asks for me, please tell them that I am in a mission on my own with my father, of course." And basically, Naruto, right before he left, he said that he actually met up with Haku and Zabuza, who were on their breaks, and told them that basically team team Jiraiya, basically basically Jiraiya's team is back together, and basically Zabuza and Haku like, what do you mean? And basically Naruto tells them that they shall be coming with him, and just saying Naruto did take permission from did have permission, and basically he said that you two shall be shall go to the rain village, and you have to go top speeds. And basically they are actually pretty fast. They know how to use body flicker perfectly. They're actually like a bit like a nerfed Shisui. So basically poison Shizu's speed. Anywho, yes, Naruto has been training with them a few times, and they actually learned quite a bit from Naruto. Naruto told them that the body flicker can be used in an OP way, and basically Naruto is the next Shisui basically. But his way is Naruto actually tells them that they have to be there within a day to basically help them after the fight, because Naruto has been told everything, and basically they're like, alright. And they were kind of confused, but Naruto explained really simply for them to understand, and said that there will be a big fight against Akatsuki with me and Jiraiya, with me and father. And basically he's like, you two could join if you can come in 6 hours. And they're like, what? And basically they say that they can come in a day but not 6 hours. And Naruto's like, exactly, I shall be there in 6 hours. If father left a week ago, near enough a week ago, he should be around 6 hours away. And the only reason Naruto is saying this is because Naruto calculated it in his mind. Remember, he has universal understanding, even though even though Naruto will use a ton of chakra using this form because it's his first time, but his way is Naruto doesn't care. He needs to save his father because he had that bad omen, and he keeps that picture in his in a scroll. And Naruto says, alright guys, we have to leave now. And basically they're like, alright, let's go. And as soon as they say that, Naruto already disappeared, and Naruto's making movements. Naruto was able to actually move out 6 hours. Within 6 hours, Naruto was actually in front of the rain village, and this is when Jiraiya was actually caught. And Naruto entered the rain village so fast that no one could really notice him. He didn't even use any stealth ninjutsu. It was just so fast, and that no one could really notice him. In a blink of an eye, Naruto was already in the rain village. And but this time, within 6 hours, Haku and Zabuza were actually around I mean, they were a quarter away from of the way, but they actually increased the speed to twice, something that they've been training to do, and they're not really good at it, but still they increased their speed. So they're actually 3/4 of the way there, and they realized that they're running low on chakra, and they actually took a little break, like an hour break, and they're fully back. And basically, of course, this is actually crucial because they will be really important, and because they have learned from Jiraiya. They actually have some ninjutsus, and they're both good friends with the Toads too, and that's something I did not mention. And this time I'm not keeping Zabuza and Haku as side characters, even though they are technically side characters right now. Still, they play a crucial role in this fight. Anywho, Naruto actually arrives next to Jiraiya and says, "Father, you should have told me you were gonna come here. If we both came here, our chances of winning are pretty much tripled, if you say so." And basically, Jiraiya's like, "Why are you here, Naruto?" Should have known that Tsunade cannot keep her mouth shut. And basically Naruto's like, nah, I wouldn't have noticed if I didn't get that bad omen. And basically Jiraiya's like, what do you mean? And Naruto says, I'll explain later. And Naruto actually is running super low on chakra, hella low. He can barely go into Sage mode. Basically his 6+ Sage mode actually run out, and right when he arrived there, Naruto has a lot of chakra, but right now you could say Naruto has literally a tenth of his chakra, which is still a lot, but against Pain it's not. And of course Pain's like, I guess it's my lucky day. The Nine-Tails Jinchuriki came to me instead of me going to him. And just saying, all the tail beasts have been pretty much captured except for the 8 and 9 tails. And of course Sasuke is heading to the Cloud Village to actually capture the 8 tails. And this is going to be an amazing fight because the 8 tails really has slim chances of surviving. But of course plot convenience. Anywho, Naruto looks at Pain and says, "That's the Rinnegan. What's going on here, Jiraiya Sensei? Do you know this guy?" And basically Jiraiya explains his history with him, but of course Pain's that enough talking, and Naruto understood pretty much everything because Jiraiya was able to explain it pretty fast. He's like, I taught these 3 kids back in the days during the Third Great Ninja War, and one of them had the Rinnegan, but it wasn't this one. And basically Naruto said, "What? Then how does he have it?" And basically then Jiraiya's like, "Not only does he have it, not only did they change, but there are another 5 of them with it." And basically Naruto's like, there must be a catch to this. There's no way 6 people can have the Rinnegan. There's no way. And basically, of course, now Pain actually attacked them, and basically Naruto and Jiraiya. Naruto could have recovered some chakra, and he was, but still was not enough. It's like he still has like a tenth of his chakra, and that's really low, especially against Pain. There's no way Naruto can beat Pain with only tenth of his chakra, and he's barely keeping up with the sage mode because I know he's only using nature energy, and he's been collecting more and more, but still he needs chakra to do techniques, and even with sage mode he cannot do so many techniques, especially because his chakra is low. And Naruto can only fight in sage mode for at least 6 minutes, especially someone like Pain. And Jiraiya goes into perfect sage mode. Yes, Jiraiya has it. Even though Jiraiya is literally the perfect sage, Jiraiya has a near enough full chakra, so they do not have any intel. And remember, like I always say in my YS, intel in the ninja world is important, more important than jutsu. You do not go into a fight blind. While Jiraiya went into a fight blind, that was really stupid. He wasn't stupid. He was literally going for information. But in the end, if he just didn't move right at the end, Pain was about to leave, and Jiraiya could have just reverse summoning jutsu himself. But instead, he kept his ninja word. Well, his ninja way. Man said ninja word, and is that my student gets his ninja way from the master, right? So I cannot give up. Just like my student would say, he would never go back on his word. And basically, Jiraiya always says he'll never give up. He'll never give up on a mission, or not on a mission. He'll never give up. And basically, he never gave up until the end. And of course, he still gave the message to Naruto to master Sage Mode in Lord Fukasaku's back, and he still died. It was not in vain. He got intel. He made Naruto learn Sage Mode. He literally set up Naruto to become the greatest shinobi in the world, and he did become everything his master believed he became. And it's really philosophical if you think about it. Anywho, now I'm just saying, I do not have a PhD in philosophy. I wish I did, because philosophy is really philosophical. Anywho, now Naruto and Jiraiya begin their fight, and Naruto not being able to use too many big techniques, Naruto decides to use low chakra techniques like normal Rasengan, maybe one Rasen Shuriken, a few there and that, but mostly he cannot spam shadow clones like he would, especially against 6 people when there's only 2 of them. He would spam them, and basically Naruto and Jiraiya are fighting off the 6 pains, and them 2 together were actually able to take out the summoning one, the human one, the not the absorbing one, the summoning and the human one, and also in the end they were actually able to take out the Naruto one, the one that basically has all the missiles. Yeah, they were able to take 3 of them, but Naruto, who has run out of chakra, he actually lost his sage mode. Naruto couldn't keep up with Pain, especially because he didn't even have enough chakra to body flick as good as he usually does, but he was able to dodge most of the attacks. And by now Naruto realized that all of these are basically 6 different people with 6 different abilities, and they actually share the vision. And even Jiraiya came to that conclusion, but still Jiraiya, who's not as strong as Naruto, even though he had a tenth of his chakra, he was like 75% of Jiraiya's strength right there, even in Sage mode. Still, Jiraiya was 25% stronger than Naruto and was actually able to take on the Diva Puff for a bit until basically Naruto came in and tried to kick him away, but the Diva Puff said, no, you don't. And basically, Naruto tried to catch a, well, since he knew there were no blind spots, especially because two other ones were actually looking at them and they were about to get in, the Diva Puff actually used the Almighty Push and he pushes both Naruto and Jiraiya away into the sea and creates a little crater into the wall, and basically there was a lot of smoke, and this is where Naruto actually took this opportunity to actually reverse summoning jutsu to a place where he left a sealing jutsu and sealing formula, and but by this time Haku and Zabuza actually arrived at the same spot where Naruto knew they were going to arrive, and basically he reverse summoning jutsu them both there, and basically said, Haku, Zabuza here, over here, and basically Haku and Zabuza look back and they're like, oh shit, and basically Naruto tells them, go back to the village now, take us far away from here, you'll die if you stay here. And basically they're like, alright, and basically they body flick as fast as possible, as far as possible, and of course they have some medical tools, of course, and everything, and they bandage Naruto and Jiraiya up, and basically they used all the chakra up, and they were able to actually arrive halfway through the journey. And just saying, even though Naruto and Jiraiya were only able to take out 3 paths, the King of Hell path actually actually lost an arm. So, I mean, sorry. The absorbing one actually lost an arm, and the Diva Puff was actually not injured at all, while the King of Hell one was actually injured quite heavily, but still was able to still stand and everything. It was just that he sustained a lot of damage, so the paths of pain would take a while. And right before Naruto actually got Almighty, well, Naruto, who was actually Almighty pushed away, Naruto actually was able to seal away the one of the paths, and it was the human path. And yeah, Naruto sealed in a scroll and said, Jiraiya Sensei, right before he Almighty pushed us, or whatever he did, that technique, look what I was able to do. And basically Jiraiya's like, nice one, Naruto, this will be really useful for us, especially since we will be able to understand their body. And basically Jiraiya's like, ouch, because of course he can't talk much, especially because even though Jiraiya is sick and everything, even though there were 2 of them, 2 perfect sages, and one of them was literally nerfed to the max, and basically another one who was literally just a tiny bit stronger than the other one, who was nerfed like 9/10 of his power were nerfed away, were taken away. Still, Jiraiya was only 25% stronger than Naruto. Anywho, of course, they returned to the village within 3 days, and it's much faster. And of course, the pains were actually still under repair, and it will take another 5 days, I'll say. No, not even 5. I'll say within 2 weeks, and within this time, Sasuke Uchiha was still will still arrive at the 8 Tails, but of course on the same day Pain actually attacked. Of course Naruto still got healed, same as Jiraiya, and basically Naruto created a, told them that they will definitely come for me, and basically he tells basically Tsunade that they need to increase the security, and even Haku and Zabuza will stay there, and basically Naruto will Naruto is actually needs to be protected, and Naruto doesn't want to get protected. Naruto wants to be the one to destroy Pain and find out why he would attack his own master like that, and basically Naruto, his father, like that, and his former sensei. And basically Jiraiya's I need to find out too why they're doing this, and basically, you know, all those shenanigans. And of course Pain actually attacks the Leaf Village, and yeah, that still goes the same. Of course they summoned the other 4 Pains, because the what's it called, the summoning one actually entered the village and summoned the other 5, the other 4, and basically the summoning one and the King of Hell path, they actually went towards the you know, where the other Pain was kept and was being studied, and yeah, they healed him up, and all of them started causing havoc. And basically Naruto realized that this is where the true fight begins, and Pain, who couldn't really find Naruto. Naruto was actually being held back by a lot of ninjas, for example Kakashi and them, and also Yamato. And Naruto still being quite injured, even though he had 8 days. Tsunade, Sakura, Tsuki were all healing him, and Jiraiya. Still, he only recovered 60% of his strength, and that wasn't enough for Naruto to actually break out of Yamato's full 100% power. And this time Yamato wasn't sent out on a mission with Anko, and Sai wasn't there, so he would have been sent out with I'll say someone like Kakashi, but of course he wasn't, because of what happened like 8 days ago. Anywho, or not even 8 days ago, 11 days ago, basically 2 weeks ago. And still Naruto couldn't break out of here, and basically of course Pain, who couldn't find Naruto anywhere, and there were a lot of ninjas fighting. For example, Kakashi even went off to fight, and of course Kakashi nearly died, but of course since he's much stronger here, he's been training the Kami for a longer time here, longer period of time, he was actually able to beat the Naraka path easily with Choza and Choji and Jiraiya. And of course the Diva path, in the end he kind of got pissed off and basically said, "This is it, you shall all get divine punishment, you should all feel pain." And of course he still used the catastrophic almighty push, and a lot of people died. A lot of people died, and yeah, that is sad. And Naruto felt what was coming towards them, and basically even though Yamato was holding him back, Naruto was still Yamato actually tried to protect him and Naruto, and they were able to protect each other. Well, Yamato was able to protect Naruto, same as himself, but still Naruto was pretty pissed at Pain, and he's like, "Yamato sensei, no more, I cannot hold back anymore." And basically Naruto knew how to go into Sage mode, not the 6 fast Sage mode. Naruto just goes into Sage mode now that he has more power, and Yamato really has no strength left. He's been using a lot of chakra trying to hold back Naruto, and remember Naruto is strong as hell. And basically Naruto had enough and basically broke out and said, "I'm sorry Yamato sensei, but I cannot take this anymore." He destroyed the Leaf Village, and just saying, Tsunade will still be in a coma here. Anywho, Naruto actually broke out of the the binding of Yamato, and headed towards the battlefield, which was literally the Konoha. Naruto was pretty pissed, but then saw that there were a few more ninjas standing. For example, Tsuki, Sakura, Hinata, maybe even Neji. No, the team guy wasn't in here yet. They were actually out the village. There was also Shikamaru, Choji, Choza, Jiraiya, also Kakashi, and Yamato actually headed here. Of course Anko got annihilated too, so she wasn't here. But of course Naruto arrived, and the fight against the Pains began. And Tsunade, who was actually pretty much out of chakra, couldn't heal the rest of the ninjas, and Naruto tells Tsuki and Sakura to go and heal the others. And basically Naruto says, "Sakura, Tsuki, do not fight, go and heal the injured, you cannot allow them to die." And basically Tsuki understood where Naruto's coming from, and basically she's like, "Okay." And basically Sakura's like, "What do you mean? We need to help you guys." And basically Sakura's like, "We got this. You do not want anyone else to die, do you now, Sakura? There are a lot of injured people, and you guys are the best healers, and you don't want them to die, do you now?" And basically Sakura's like, "Oh yeah, I understand, okay, I'm going." And basically they go, and Naruto looks at Pain and says, "You've done enough damage for one day. I shall destroy all of you now." And basically Naruto actually of course also I forgot, Haku and Zabuza actually killed. Yes, they were killed during this attack, because they were actually protecting some kids who were running away from the Diva path, and they were annihilated. And yes, Naruto couldn't feel the chakra. He said, "Even Zabuza and Haku, how dare you? I shall kill you." Well, of course he doesn't really mean it, he will change, but still Naruto, seeing that Kakashi, Jiraiya, Choza, and pretty much everyone was severely injured and heavily injured, Naruto, what he does is that he makes clones and actually takes them away. And basically Jiraiya's like, "No Naruto, I can still fight." And basically even Kakashi says that, but Naruto, that the clone of Naruto says, I cannot allow you to guys get hurt anymore because of me. I shall handle this on my own, and I shall destroy him. And basically, of course, Naruto begins this fight, and yeah, the fight goes a lot different from the original, but it is what it is. Naruto begins the fight by actually, since he knows what the abilities of the pains are, he doesn't need Katsuyu to tell him. Naruto begins by actually blitzing the Diva Path, but of course the Diva Path uses Almighty Push, but then Naruto actually turns into a clone, and basically the Diva Path was confused, but out of the smoke that the clone actually emitted, Naruto, a Rasen Shuriken actually appeared out of nowhere. The Diva Path and all the other paths were actually dodged, and basically after this, no wait, sorry, my bad. The absorbing path actually came in the way, and literally started absorbing the Rasen Shuriken. But what happened next was kind of confusing for the absorbing path. Naruto actually appeared out of nowhere, and he couldn't absorb the Rasen Shuriken, and basically that's where I'm gonna end off. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. This was the King of Weebs, and also before I leave, follow Shoki on Instagram, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also for subscribe to Ratreet and Miniman123 and Kazama. My G Kazama is making banger videos in the past few days, and amazing. Like, he's an amazing Dragon Legends player. I respect him. I respect his grind, and I respect him as a person. I relate to him in multiple ways, and I don't want to give out any information or anything, but I respect him, and we have a lot of similar interests. For example, chess. One day we might play, and I might record it his ways, and I might upload in my gaming channel. And just saying, I'm telling you, in October I shall be uploading in my gaming channel. I am 100% sure. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. This was the King of Weebs there, and also join the Discord server, link in the description below. We're nearly at 500 members. Let's get to 500 members, and then the road to 1000. Anywho, I shall leave a link to my gaming channel below too, and yeah, please subscribe to it. Let's see if we can get to 1000 subscribers there. And yeah, sorry if I didn't make videos there yet, but I'm telling you, you shall receive videos there too. A lot of you has been asking, and if you got to this part, please leave in your comment end of video squad. And yeah, this was the King of Weebs there. My documents, you're dismissed. This shall come out on the 14th, I'm pretty sure, on Monday. And peace.